Okay, you guys, number 3, the third reason why people tend to get yoga injuries. This is one of my favorites. It's my favorite. It's my favorite reason why people get injured. Because this is what I mainly help people with is poor movement habits. This can be changed so easily, but you must be mindful. So let's break it down a little bit. You can hold your body in a certain position throughout the day, and your body's used to it. There may be some pain, there may be some tension from that, or maybe you don't feel anything. When you come onto the mat, you do a pose that amplifies what's happening in your body, kind of aggravates what's happening in your body. Then you feel the pain, then you have the injury, but it wasn't the actual yoga class or yoga pose that did it. That wasn't the root cause. The root cause is how you're carrying your body. So let's break it down. I'm going to give you one for neck and one for low back. So a lot of people tend to do these things in the low back and the neck. These would be release valves that I was talking about in the first class. So we tend to be weak in the abdominals, we tend to be tight in the low back muscles, and some people tend to roll their hips forward. Now that could be really slight, or it could even be a lot. And that weakens and overstretches the abdominals, weakens and compresses the low back muscles. So when you walk into a yoga class and say, I'm here, my hips roll forward, have that compression in the low back, the weak abdominals. When I come into a yoga class and I go to do a back bend, I'm going to be dumping even more into that area that I was already dumping into. Now there's more pressure on that release valve, and it's only a matter of time before that release valve gives in and there's an injury. So that's why that strength component, the balance between range of motion, comes into play. So a second release valve area of the body, we tend to, and a lot of us, most of us, I'm going to say, tend to have a forward head posture. Head comes forward, shoulders come forward, because we're doing this all the time, right? Or we're on the computer all the time. So once again, overstretched back and neck equals weak. Over tight, over compressed front of the body also equals weak. And then, say we go into a yoga class and we go to do a position that raises our arms above the head. So the shoulders and head forward. This is very over accentuated, and then you go to put your arms up. Ugh. You get some shoulder, neck issues, even running into the arm, and it was all stemming from the poor movement habit, that poor posture that you already had. So yoga can aggravate bad mechanics. That's the root of the issue, is the poor movement habits you're bringing onto the mat, but then the yoga postures aggravate that movement or that way that you hold your body. So yoga classes do have the potential to unwind poor movement habits, but you have to be focused on those poor movement habits. If you aren't, you're just, of course, going to pass them by. Now, one more note is what we always hear in our yoga classes, and I say it too, is listen to your body. Except if you're someone who's holding your body in funky positions like this all day, this is going to feel natural to you. That's going to feel what's right. And then when you go to bring it into a correct posture, it's going to feel totally wrong. So when we tell people to listen to your body, they can't always listen to their bodies, because what they're hearing every day is true. So work with someone who can help you work out your poor movement habits. Take what you learned from yoga class and apply it, especially the postural lessons, apply it to your everyday life. All right, you guys, reach out with any questions and send me a picture of your posture if you like.